Home, Chapter 11, a Miraculous Ladybug Fanfiction written and narrated by Mira Rose. Artwork provided by XAA on Tumblr. You can find a link to the artist's Tumblr in the description box. If you haven't heard the previous 10 parts of this story, you can find a link to them in the description box below. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and leave a comment in support in the comment section. If you don't know what to comment but you've listened to this opening message, comment, call it a date. Now then, Home, Chapter 11. Call it a date and I'm all yours. Cat Noir meant the sentence to be more of a joke than a suggestion, but Marinette turned around, pressed a finger to her lips, and winked. So long as we don't end up on the lady blog, she said, keeping her eyes on him. He immediately felt a flush wash over him like a waterfall. Cat was hot, but it wasn't because he was wearing a black suit in sunny Parisian weather. Oh, no. It's because he knew, for the first time without a doubt, that Marinette owned his heart in a way Ladybug never did. Oh, this is trouble. What, are you going to hold my paw? He croaked, trying to straighten the conversation. There's no way she meant it, right? But then how will you hold the bags? She teased. He wasn't sure how to answer her. It was like trying to keep up with Ladybug's wit, and all he could do was take a sip of his lemonade because he was suddenly parched. Unfortunately for Cat Noir, the lemonade hit the wrong part of the back of his throat, sending him into a coughing spree that would make a grown man cry. It gathered quite a few pairs of eyes, and Marinette quickly seized the situation by grabbing his elbow and leading him down the boulevard and into an alley until he composed himself. You okay? Marinette asked, standing closer than just friends. What, would you like a taste? I'm afraid the only bit of lemonade left is on my lips, Cat said, clearing his throat and attempting to wink. Don't look at her freckles, Cat. Keep a straight face. Her eyes narrowed and she smacked his chest with the back of her hand. He shrugged with his trademark smirk and followed her out of the alley, heart still pounding from the distance, or lack thereof, between them he witnessed. Back there, in the alley, he wanted to kiss her. It wasn't like what he had with Ladybug. In the past, he'd always wanted to kiss Ladybug, yearned for it, craved it, but it was always an idea or a thought in the back of his head playing, I could lean in and kiss her right now, in a loop. But back there, he felt his lips tingle and chest cave when he looked down at Marinette, and all she was trying to do was make sure he was okay. Cat knew what he needed to do, but he wasn't sure how to do it. While he should be enjoying this outing with Marinette, he spent it with a pit in his stomach. Here she was, looking so cute as she sniffed each lemon individually, and he couldn't even enjoy it. She hadn't taken him up on the hand-holding offer after all, although their fingers brushed a few times. It felt more like electricity than fire. Kind of. It felt almost like the time he got accidentally tased by a civilian who thought he was an Akuma victim. But he liked it. He wanted it. Oh, Camembert, he was going crazy. This wasn't healthy. They stopped by Leon's cheese store before heading home, grabbing some soft cheese for a recipe Marinette's mother wanted to make for dinner. Cat wondered if he'd be helping them make it. Huh. Cooking dinner with the family. That's a nice thought. Okay, one last spot, Marinette said, pointing down the road.
Yeah? What's that?
Cat asked, adjusting the bags. Who knew a few dozen lemons would be so heavy? The hibiscus! As if on cue, the bag he held tore open, leaving lemon after lemon to roll down the sidewalk. The duo sighed in unison before exchanging glances.
Yes, hibiscus. That's what's most important right now, Cat said, straight-faced.
It made her laugh, of course, and they scooped the lemons into the cheese bag instead. All right, Marinette sighed. I guess we'll juice them first. It would be a shame if they bruise before we get to it.
Do they bruise that quickly?
Honestly, no idea. Better safe than sorry. They exchanged laughs for some reason, then made their way back to the bakery, delighting Sabine with the cheese. Cat grabbed the manual citrus juicer from the top shelf, acutely conscious of Marinette standing beside him. She hadn't noticed his glances and lingering gaze. Right? She was treating him normally so far, but he didn't want to find out what would happen if he made their relationship awkward because he couldn't control his mind-numbing infatuation with her. Making the lemonade was a pretty seamless process, besides Marinette getting a little lemon juice in one of her cuticles. Oof. If it were Cat, he would have yelped like his tail was stepped on, but Marinette kept her composure. She's so cool. She reminded him of Ladybug at times. Cat's nose curled as Marinette scooped out the hibiscus petals. As it turns out, her mother had a canister. Some people said it tasted fruity when brewed, but he was getting a rose-like palate in the back of his throat as he smelled it. Curse this feline nose. What's wrong? Marinette asked, noticing the face he made.
Nothing. Just not feline this choice of tea.
She laughed, surprisingly, and somehow that laugh seemed to be the biggest accomplishment of the day. Wow, how perspective can change everything, huh? He'd taken that laugh for granted as Adrian a little less than a month ago. Or had it been over a month? He glanced at her again, unsure of just how long she'd provided him with the home away from home. There was guilt laced in his gut when he looked around him. Guilt that he was deceiving his friend. Guilt that he was a liar. Why couldn't he have made this happen as Adrian? Why did he put himself in the painful position of being Cat Noir? Why? No matter how many times he asked the question to himself, he couldn't find an answer. Is everything okay? Cat didn't realize he'd constricted his face. Marinette's eyes were clouded with worry, but the way she leaned in to check on him only made it worse. Cat wasn't sure if he could keep his feelings to himself anymore. This was dangerous. This was terribly dangerous.
I need to poop, Cat said, bolting off his seat at the kitchen island and standing rigid.
Her face twisted from concern to surprise before settling on a playful grin. Don't let me stop you, she sighed.
Really? Poop? That's what his brain auto-corrected to? Nice going, Cat Noir.
At least she took it in stride. He excused himself to the bathroom and de-transformed, quickly stuffing Plag with a piece of cheese swiped from the Dupang Chang fridge before taking out his phone. Oh, Camembert. He didn't want to do this, but he had to. He wasn't here to poop. If only it were something as simple as that. Oh no, he was here to set the record straight. It wasn't right to have feelings for Marinette before addressing the problem at hand. Adrian had to call his girlfriend. Thank you so much for listening. If you've made it this far, comment hibiscus lemonade in the comments section. I can't wait to see you back here for chapter 12 of Home. I'll catch you in the next one.